I use this concept in my talks about why it's time for a new commodity standard globally, right? Especially if you look at what QE 1, 2, and 3 have done to the hyperinflation of the US dollar, and you compare that to the hyperinflation of currencies that have been hyperinflated out of existence, right? Like the Venezuelan bolivar. I mean, I have to say that those charts look eerily similar, right? Now, I'm not saying that I guarantee that the US dollar is going to go away imminently, but it's not looking good. I mean, you can only hyperinflate your currency so far before people realize, hey, if you create 10x more than what you used to have of something, in theory, it should be worth 10x less than what it used to be. And that's what we're blindly doing with the US dollar. It makes no sense at some point.
Right. Paul Krugman argues that, well, yes, he agrees the dollar is not backed by anything except the Pentagon.
Right.
But that trick doesn't work all the time. Eventually, you run out of countries to bomb.
Right.
Or you run onto a country that you really don't want to bomb. It could be a Russia, for example, or China, right, where they might reject the idea of being bombed to support the dollar.
I don't think our government sees the dollar as hard money. I think they see it as the center point for a managed economy, right? And that's even worse, because to me, what are the ethics of passing on debt to great-grandkids who aren't even born yet? So if you want to call it the center of a managed economy, what it is, it's not hard money. Nobody in their right mind could call the US dollar or any government fiat money hard money, right? So if that's the case, who gets to decide what the ethics are of passing on trillions, or whether the next hundreds of trillions of debt on to people who aren't born yet should be?
Right, they don't say and give that any thought.
None.
That they're just the debt is stacking up. So in crypto, you have two things going on, and this I think loses a lot of people. You've got technology and economics.
Right.
And there's a revolution in both simultaneously.
That's right.
And that's where we get lost, because you have critics on both sides who are misinformed, and they get lost in the middle.
Yep.
And now, so you came to this space, really. How did you come to this space?
Oh God, I've been working in this kind of world for 30 years. I was a cryptographer at the CIA. I was a quant at Goldman, and I worked on a lot of fixed income stuff, which helped me at Abra to design the synthetic currency using Bitcoin. I worked on certificate authority projects at Netscape in the mid-90s when we created SSL. Right. So,
let me jump in there for a second. So, people say, the internet was born when the Netscape moment. Netscape went public, and suddenly the browser was born, and all that code that was hard to navigate became navigatable.
Right.
So has Bitcoin had that Netscape moment? Is Abra that Netscape moment? It's an extraordinarily easy app. It's a wallet. You can get into crypto. Wallets are kind of like to the crypto what browsers are to the internet. It's your gateway into crypto.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the gateway to take us into that Netscape moment, the Abra wallet?
I hope so. Let me give you two perspectives on that. One is ease of use, of course, but the second is, what is Bitcoin at its core relative to how people are going to use hard money in the future? I see Bitcoin as TCP/IP for money. A lot of the types of investments and banking applications that people will do with Abra 3-4 years from now, they won't even know they're using Bitcoin, right? So they're going to make payments, invest in stocks, commodities, even hold, non-hard money like dollars, all using Bitcoin. So the Netscape moment will come when there's easy-to-use apps that hide the complexity of private-public keys to the consumer in the background and enable really simple retail-facing applications.